You are probably making your life way harder than it is supposed to be when sourcing online arbitrage products. Because if I'm being honest, and I know it because I was doing it myself, but if I'm being honest, you could run a six-figure online arbitrage business by just sourcing 2 or 3 websites. Even today with my business, I'm looking to push towards 7 figures. I'm gonna source from 2-3 websites mainly. Mainly, I'm going to be heavy on one website. So if you want to run a six-figure business, you can do it easily with the website that I am going to give you in today's video. Before we dive into this, I am now offering one-on-one coaching. If you need help scaling your Amazon business, if you need someone to help you build a plan to mentor you, link in the description, book a call. Second link, join the Discord server, because if you want to grow, you need to start networking. You are going to grow so much faster, and best place to do it, Discord server. Just be active, answer people, answer questions in the Discord server. Just come and out, all right? So, as I was saying, here's the first website that you can source from for your online arbitrage business if you want to. And you guys already know which website I'm going to talk about, because I have a whole ass video on sourcing this website specifically, all right? It is Walgreens. And I'm going to add right next to Walgreens, because yes, I'm always over delivering. I'm giving you one more website to source at. I'm gonna add right next to Walgreens, I'm gonna add CVS, and I'm gonna tell you why. Walgreens is a great website to source because it is a website that is going to be, yes, you can source Walgreens with a prep center, but as someone without a prep center, you are going to have an advantage on people that are actually sourcing, because the price are lower. And so, with the prep fees, most of the time it does not make sense. The price point is lower, the cost is lower, and so like the price point you're going to sell it as well is a little bit lower. So it's going to be hard to justify the prep costs for someone with a prep center. It's not going to be hard, but it's going to be more difficult. So these are the opportunities that you can jump in. And the great thing is that you can pretty much source Walgreens every single week, all right? Just look at the weekly ad, source from there. And by the way, watch the video that I have on how to source Walgreens. Just type Walgreens Chris Mangunza, you'll figure it out. It's one of the videos that helped a lot of people in the community, actually in the Discord server and stuff like that. It's one of the videos that is going to change your life if you are struggling doing online arbitrage. So Walgreens, as I said, is a great place to source because you can pretty much source it every single week, every single day. There are some stuff that I used to sell like last year that are still on sale, that you can still sell. So you can definitely make money with Walgreens if you know how to source from Walgreens. As I said, I wanted to put CVS right next to it, but the reason why I would not recommend you to actually go first with CVS is because CVS is harder to scale, because CVS will cancel your orders way faster, right? Usually you can only get like 1 or 2 orders a day on CVS. On Walgreens you can easily get 3. And even if you get multiple accounts, you get multiple address, Walgreens is going to let you place more orders. They are going to be less strict than CVS is, all right? CVS is way stricter because most of the time you are going to find pretty much the same product on Walgreens and CVS. There are some products from the CVS brands that are still good today as well that you can basically buy and try to sell. So CVS brand, good brand to source. Walgreens, great website to source, and not just the CVS brand, but the website as a whole. So, second website that I wanted to talk about, it's going to be Dick's Sporting Goods, all right? So, Dick's Sporting Goods is a website that you can buy a lot from as well, and so you are mainly going to be limited, in my experience, when you source from the limited time sales, you are going to be limited most of the time by the quantity available. More than you are going to be limited by order cancellation, all right? You may still, have some order cancellation. I've never sourced a ton at Dick's. I'm going to tell you the truth. This is not a website that I use to actually scale my business that I want to focus on personally. But I think that in the early days, if you know how to source Dick's Sporting Goods correctly, which is, when you are reverse sourcing, when just manual sourcing through, because most of a lot of the product that you're going to find with tactical arbitrage on Dick's posts are going to tank, all right? These are products that can tank, not as bad as Ulta and stuff. By the way, this is one of the reasons that I did not recommend Ulta in this video, because Ulta is really specific, and I have a video on how to source Ulta as well. But Dick's Sporting Good is a good website that you can order from. You can order a ton from, even if you are skating, if you are using a catch-all, if you know to do your stuff correctly. You can spend a ton of money at Dick's Sporting Good. Right? Dick's Sporting Good is a great website to source. Learn how to manual source it. Learn which brand to look at, because when we say which brand to look at, of course it's going to be Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, Puma. Puma.com, by the way, is great as well if you have tactical expander, but I'm not going to talk about this in this video. But yeah, Dick's Sporting Good is a website that you can source pretty often. That is going to yield some results. I've sourced there a little. I haven't sourced there a lot, but like most of the time, as I said, you are going to be limited by quantity available and not order cancellation. And by the way, I wanted to, before we actually dive into the third website that I wanted to talk about, the reason I'm giving you these websites is because these websites, I know that you can grow with this website and you are not going to deal with too many issues when it comes to cancellation, like you're going to deal with Target, like you're going to deal with like there are some websites like these that are like strict, like for a lot of cosmetic brand, for a few cosmetic brand like Charlotte Tilbury, stuff like that, their websites are not gonna let you order a ton. Like they're gonna ban you on the first address. On the first order. So you know it's not worth it to actually try to scale with those websites, because you know it's way easier to do it otherwise. And this is why, you know, if you can actually start learning with those websites that I'm giving you today and start scaling your business this way, the transition is going to be way smoother than if you were to actually find all the tricky websites and stuff, like all the websites that you need to do crazy shit to order from. If you can do it with these websites, it's going to be way harder for you to actually scale, because all you need to do is order more from the same website instead of having like 20 websites you source from. All right. So third website and last one for today's video is going to be, yes, I know, people say that, oh, product tanks, oh, you can also from this website. It's going to be Walmart.com. Because in really specific situation, Walmart.com is going to be a great website to source from, all right? And here's what those situations are. You want super fast selling products, either in OTC or in toys. I'm really not sure about toys on Walmart.com. I've never had good luck with that, but like beauty products, it's always the cheap points, like the cheap price points where people with prep centers cannot jump onto. And now things may change with, you know, the removal of the small and light program, but maybe that it's going to allow you to sell your product a little bit like more like at a little higher price, but it's still going to be a small niche that you can actually dive into, and that people that are running at scale with a prep center cannot actually compete with, are not going to be able to compete with. They are not going to be able to compete with. So Walmart.com is a great website to source specifically for those situations, but do not go and scan Walmart.com. You could still do it to make sure that you are not sourcing those products, but the products that you are going to find with tactical arbitrage are going to tank, all right, with Walmart.com. You want to find the product that did not get pulled by tactical arbitrage, and you want to find them, usually you are going to find them by doing some reverse sourcing. It's a great way to find those products, or by using the Keepa product finder and then reverse sourcing those products and finding them on Walmart.com. All right, so these are the best way to actually source Walmart.com, in my opinion. Manually sourcing it is going to be super tedious, so because there's a ton of product on Walmart.com. But like if you reverse source someone who's sourcing at Walmart.com, or if you are using the Keepa product finder, usually you can find some pretty decent product. When you find a good one, it's a good one and it sells. Like you want to go for the product that sells super fast, make a little money on each, and like flip your money that way. All right. So and prep the stuff yourself, because it's not going to be worth it at a prep center. And you can get 0%. Like you can apply for being for not paying. Like you can send them your sales tax certificate, your reseller certificate, and not pay sales tax when you ship to your house, even if you live in a state where you pay 10% sales tax. All right, so that's it for today's video. I hope it was helpful. Focus on these 3 websites. You can build a 6-figure Amazon business easily with these 3 websites. No need to make it complicated. No need to source 20, 30 websites. Learn like 3 websites, learn to source from there. You can get some good results with that, and then maybe start expanding. But like if you want to grow, of course you should always look like other places, and like you should experiment. But you can do it, like you can run a simple business just with those websites. All right. So that's it for today's video. I hope it was helpful. Watch these other videos on the screen right now if you want to keep learning about selling on Amazon. If this was helpful, like this video, do all that stuff, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.